And I have decent low rank at the moment. But it is soft reset, right? Yeah, it looks like soft reset. I only need like 150 climb to get to G3. Okay. I do have a few teams. Wait, there's actually one team that I was thinking about doing that I haven't done yet. So she changed that in as well. Not planning to use this one at the moment. But that one I should actually keep. Let's remove this one. And then just see whatever the hell is still fastest to throw at you. Probably this slot, but by this. I do have the blade room. That's wait. Okay, not super fast, but it works. Black Rush, thank you. So yeah, I have a bunch of offenses. We'll mainly be using these three and these two. I'm not 100% sure if it's doable to do this team as well. You want to go full speed chasing and no armor break, but we shall see about that. And I pretty much just want to go Zaiross only, so the Humble will not be used. Zaiross is on a pretty interesting build, which I think is a pretty strong set in the end as well. It does even have like a decent amount of HP. I could remove this 22 HP for flat attack, but kind of felt like a waste. But the amount of attack and speed and still have like a decent amount of crit damage while also having accuracy is pretty strong in all of this, I would say. Artifact left side could be better, right side is pretty nice to have like a combination of some accuracy and then also damages up, stuff like that. So let's get a Russian, and main team that I'll be using is probably this. And evening, guys. Not bad damage, not bad damage. Nah, you don't need 84 accuracy. It's not a must, at least in the team how I use him, it's not a must for him to actually land the reset. We're doing pretty good. Right, oh yeah, of course. And this Zaiross can actually tank like a bunch of stuff as well. What defense am I avoiding? Currently I don't really have stuff ruined against TL Lengths, and I don't have stuff ruined against Amduats, I guess. But that doesn't mean that these defenses are better in general, it's just that I don't have stuff ruined against it. Smath, Juno, Björnjul, Laura, bad idea. It's not too bad. It's ruined properly. I would say it's better to have something move right after the Laura, and in that team it's probably not. It's a good defense for Laura. I would say 33 lead Laura plus a unit that moves right after Laura. And then preferably something that stuns or anything like that. Did you do Zaiross with the optimizer? Yes. I mostly do my units with the optimizer. Zaiross team without Nefties. All the way at the end of the rush, I'll talk some more about teams that I would recommend to use without the Nefties. Because there's a lot of options out there. It's just harder to full speed contest. That's about it. Just go for like a truffle, or you go for... Well, Jasmine is a little bit worse because she already reset. So truffle becomes more interesting. You could also technically do this. I'm actually curious to see if this is good or not. Zaiross better than Alicia now? Yeah, for sure. Not sure how much damage this actually does do. Still a decent amount of damage, plus everything is just gonna skill 1 now, potentially. And then after that you just hit him with this. Oh, there you have your team without a Nefties. You don't need Tyrannese? Haven't really fought one, to be honest. Not sure if it's that crazy good or not. Feel like it's still pretty snipeable to just snipe a unit out, kind of. 80k on that Smath. Wow. Did resist my thingy though. Still did do an 80k. Hey, done. This Zaiross pretty tank though. Are you always wearing a hat because I'm too lazy to do my hair? Legit the only reason. Should Zaiross have done damage on water? No, I would just say crit damage max. Nef Zaiross isn't fair. A lot of units with Nefties aren't fair. Rip Grogan? Yes, sir. Rip Grogan it is. This team without Nefties, well then you just go for Zaiross lead or Adriana lead and you put an armor breaker in there. As simple as that. Think about Swift Vigor on defense. It's okay as long as you're not Diana foot, because Diana doesn't give a shit about your Swift Vigor. That Diana 50k damage might help. Yeah, it does. We need to attack buff, Jesus. I'm surprised every time that this Zaiross is staying so lively. How's nerf is coming? Would be surprised if they immediately nerf it after recently buffing it, but for the strength that he's having, be good. Skyfreak. Ah, this thing had too much attack. Interesting. That could actually be kind of bad. Yeah, it makes sense that Perna has have too much attack. Okay, so your stats will show all of the runes at the end of the rush. Otherwise, I'll probably keep showing the stats the whole rush. It's not that convenient. Do you have accuracy? No, mainly full damage. Well, he still has some accuracy though. There's 34 from the runes and another 12 from artifacts. So in the end, he still has a decent amount of accuracy, I would say. Maybe high attack will be a thing for AD units. You could. I don't think it is that great, but you could. I don't know, it could be fast units. What was fast, but not fast enough. But yeah, the reset on a unit that potentially has one of the highest damage out there is pretty nasty. The Zaiross definitely is pretty darn nasty. Is Joe good for defense? Nah, not really. At least I'm not the biggest fan. This is one of those teams that you could clear with a math on. You don't really need it. Well, would need an armor break against Prince. Well, if you have a math, maybe not really, because your math also will do extra damage to that. If it dies, I don't know. Zaiross better than Sienna for sure. Zaiross is probably better than everything you can think of except Talisman. Would only say that Talisman is better because of the self-attack buff. Or at least it enables different teams than the Zaiross. We got Obabo with a Raider. Was lurking your wings earlier. Hope you had a good stream. If you fight me slightly low on energy, I'm still hangover from yesterday. That is my blame for that. These matches, nice. Not sure how good we would do against Juno. 2-day hangovers are rough. No, mostly I'm just hangover the next day. 2 days doesn't happen too often to me. Okay. People putting resistance on that thing right now. Oh, that kind of sucks. I think I'd rather kill you first. We can. It just had to work. I think it's just an unlucky thingy. I don't think Samas in general are. It could be a thing. Samas on 100 dress. Could be. Okay. Nigong in defense any good? Nah, not really. It's one of those sad units you expect to do good on defense, but then it doesn't. I'm also, of course, having the buffed Nyx on defense. Well, let's see how that one performs as well. Still not really sure yet what the best way of a Nyx defense would be. So far, just trying this. Would you be crazy fast? I don't think so. And Jen's bombers will become meta again? Nah. Nah, especially not with Nyx being a thing right now. Nyx Song Chang Lao, well, that is what I have on defense at the moment. Sabismo. Zaiross OP. Zaiross definitely OP. Okay, not if you keep getting resisted on that stupid thing. That is actually kind of annoying. If I do this, nah, maybe I should have actually just done damage. Yeah, it dies to that stupid thing right now. Great freeze. He also did have 3 despair stuns while he was at it. Or does kind of suck. I lost 2 matches already so far today to Samath being resisted, which is actually kind of annoying, I'd say. That part, it does make it better for Grogan. As the Zaiross runes, I'll show the runes all the way at the end of the rush, as always. Okay, that's kind of working. Still getting hit a lot. Surprised I'm getting hit a lot, actually. Maybe the defense doesn't look as scary as I thought it would. that double lap on the Riley. Love it when things don't crit. In exactly the moments I don't want them to crit. Maybe just go full RNG. Yeah, I do have Eleanor ruined up. Do have it ruined up. I have some switch options. Yeah, whole list being this many minutes is not really towards my liking that much. Well, let's go full degenerate slash annoying. That's my pony over here. Pony's still over there. Could go this. This would be annoying to hit, I would say. Light pony good on AD. It's annoying, I guess. It gives RNG. That's the main thing. Should have actually done this with the different team. Could have done this with an attack buff. But it's still fun. Put on fire? Yeah, what else would you put on it? Broken better than Zaiross? Oh, don't think so. Ah, nice crit at the end. Rage Blade for defense units, let's go. It's fairly interesting, Guts. Fairly interesting. The thing that I would say that Grogan has up on Zaiross is against this team. Grogan over here would crit on... Oh wait, do you also... No, you probably don't crit because you don't have an attack buff. With attack buff you would probably crit on this, but without that you probably don't. Well, you still reset it, so it's kind of useless in that sense. And then you move and you kill. Triple attack rage Zaiross could be an interesting thing. I think my Zaiross has enough attack with plus 2.7. No armor break on left. The rest is dead, so enjoy your 2-turn immunities while you're Jason Derulo riding solo on a fucking wheel. I used it Fire Girl, why not? Getting a lot of random questions these today. Why would I not use it? Better question would be, what does she do? How do you use Nefties? I don't know, it's just fucking OP. And why are you wearing a hat? Why are you wearing clothes, ACOG? Oh wait, maybe you are not. In your case, I'm not 100% sure. How you doing, my man? Wait, I missed the silence on the Byuncho, but he didn't go for skill. Did I see that wrong? Maybe. Wearing his count to his badge, yeah, and then nothing else. That could be a thing. Are you having a beard? Do I? Do you call this a beard? No, with water units. Apparently was nerfed to Grogan, kind of. Not necessarily nerfed to Grogan, he was just getting pushed out of his best in slot space, I would say. I think I can outspeed a Yan Hong. 33. We keep getting resisted by these things. On the end, it is supposedly 1 in every 6 matches I would get resisted by just a resistance check 15. Just that part is a little bit annoying, I guess. That's why Grogan is still a little bit better. Do you think Yan Hong on defense is good? There's this one guy with a Yan Hong on defense on a Swift Yan Hong next to a Rakan that is... I think it's probably Vio but super low speed and then tends to do a lot of damage. I think it's not a bad combo. Do you play Throne of Liberty? No, I don't. I did actually look at it for a little bit, but then I was like, this looks like the most standard MMO I've ever played in my life. Something like that. Just make Grogan always crit skill 3. Would kind of be fair, yes. At least if you compare it to how OP Zaiross is at the moment. Why do you keep critting? Why do you keep rocking? Holy Jesus. Good thing this Zaiross can actually tank. Something that looks like it. Mainly something that looks like it. What did you eat for breakfast? I ate lunch for breakfast. Nice. Uh-huh. Can you replace Nefties with different armor breaker? And then not have a speed lead? Maximilian wouldn't even recommend that. It's pretty much the same thing as saying Gemini. Which you could. I wouldn't recommend it. Your description says you eat dinner for breakfast. Yeah, but today I had lunch for breakfast. You know where the word breakfast comes from? Breaking your fast. So any a meal you have that is the first of the day is technically breakfast. Doesn't matter the time. Interesting one, right? Not really. Today you learn. Would we actually outspeed this? No, I think we have to go full force speed. You can also replace the Nefties with a Samath. That is an option. It's maybe a little bit worse into the Pyuncho, but we're gonna find about that right now in this one. Just don't slow it. What a beef, what a bow. Goodie. We use Dorothy? Yeah, Dorothy's pretty interesting. Dorothy's absolutely not a bad unit. Yanon is perfect AI. I think it has an AI that is pretty good on something that's low ATB. Same as like Economia. Zaiross offers a Wrath right now. Those are two pretty different units, to be honest. We got a tier 1er from Prigan. Thank you very much. Would I have issues if he procs and then kills on the nest too? Maybe so, maybe so. This one would probably actually be better to go with Samath as well. Samath on the Nefty spot. Well, then again, the Samath might deal too much damage. That could be a thing. Hey, a Sei stream. Yes, sir. Still getting a decent amount of hits. Nice damage. Nice damage. How's life? Pretty good. Pretty good. Actually, this one I could have just done with the Tiana as well, because my full team is off will. But then again, this works too. I think. Yeah, it kind of works. You have a Yeonhong on 223, but no Kabila. Should I slow down the speed of Kabila? I think your best runes should be on offense and your second best runes on defense. Music is really nice today. Yeah, this playlist from Square Enix. Very chill, nice playlist. That thing just does so absurdly much damage. Also, I have no clue how I one-shot Vanessa's, but sure, I guess people don't care to put tanky stuff on their Vanessa. Oh, Hongyong. I would still say, well, it kind of depends what you use more. I think that's the main thing. How is Rex this high with that defense though? That defense is not really great. Oh, that's a guilty. Yeah, that kind of works, I guess. At least you're still reset. Did you try any Momo defense? No, I do not, because I do not own a Momo. Can Nyx resists Nef? Yep, of course. It is not a guaranteed land. It's just no resistance check. That's the difference on those two. Because against a guaranteed land, you would actually not land. Pheromone's actually good. Not sure. Could actually be annoying if I land a shit ton of debuffs on it. But beside, no debuffs. I think this legend reward is better than getting a random 4-star. That's probably an HOH unit. Oh, great stun. Great increase cool time, thank you. Epic. This is actually going worse than I was hoping it would go. Mainly due to that stun on you earlier. Oh, great, you still have that. This is not gonna do much damage, nope. Okay, Pheromos might be a little bit more annoying than I thought at first. Well, if I just one-shot the whole thing. Yeah, probably I don't. I'll waste my time on it. Interesting team. Definitely pretty darn strong. So math damage you put as 2 or as 3, depends which one you want to do damage. You want the Rageful Return, aka the passive to do a lot of damage, you go for skill 3, otherwise you go for skill 2. Wait, that Oliver has too much attack? Interesting. That is actually interesting. What do you think they need to release to use for you to use your 10th anniversary trend scroll? Anything that is good on release, I guess. But then again, I'm also saving mystical scrolls for the moment that new units are released. So I have the 10+1. And with that 10+1, I have pretty decent odds to get the new units in the first place anyways. On the SP up. Because currently I already at like 2k mystical scrolls, or pretty close to. The moment that they release new units, last time I had 4k. and 4K was between hackers and JJK. So I would assume about same-ish. Last 2 events, nothing special, you think? I think for December it should... I think they want to go out with a bang. It would be kind of bad for them to go out with something lame. That would... Because in the end, you mainly remember the very last thing. And if you would make the last thing bad, then everyone is going to have like a bad taste in their mouth for the whole anniversary. But what is a banger? I don't know. Aldi 5? Nah, probably if they want to do Aldi 4 choice, I think that is the best timing to do it then. I think that would kind of make sense. Aldi 4 choice. Not sure if I would boost up you, do I? Not enough. Dark Blacksmith time, yeah, that's the time where a lot of people go for Dark Blacksmith and then they find out that they actually need decent runes to make that whole team work. It's not as simple as just throwing a Blacksmith at it and then suddenly having super fast times. Which are consistent, because Blacksmith is never going to make a run more consistent. It's only going to increase the time. Still a good unit though, don't get me wrong on that, but it is kind of overhyped. Galleon, Zaiross plus you, Asher. Asher it is, good old Asher. I think they should rework R5 and the whole grinds and gems in the first place. Or at least slightly rework. It's currently, I guess, the part which most people dislike about the game. Or in the first place, just give us more grind slots. Or spread up grinds and gems in different slots, I don't know. You have good runes and good times, but no blacksmith. Yeah, then a blacksmith would help you a lot. But there's a lot of people. If we look at the majority on Reddit, for example, it's funny to see all of these people as like, yeah, I'm just getting dupes with the cards, and I'm not getting my SWC scroll fast enough towards my liking. And then they show how many energy they actually cleared in the event. And they miss like 1 or 2 cards and they're like 18k in, and I'm like, bro, what the fuck are you talking about? You're even being lucky on this dumbass event. Plus you're gonna clear it anyways, just takes a little bit more time. Because the average is supposedly around 53k. So if you clear it earlier than 53k, you're being lucky. And then people are complaining at like 18k. I'm like, I don't know, man. I think the lowest I've heard that cleared it with the lowest amount of points was around, I think he said around 29, and the highest I've heard so far was 88 and not being finished yet. For me, I finished it at like 54. $14k for the whole event. Wait, isn't that like... Wait, that's pretty much perfect non-dupe. How the hell do you even manage that? Well, with the amount of days in, it is possible though, I guess. Because technically you can be on 0 points and clear it, just wait 27 days, haha. Beginner boost, ah yeah, that's probably works too, yeah. That a guildie. $29k, that's pretty early to finish as well, yeah. But then, Gratz, you pulled another Orion. Or some other random unit that you don't care about, most likely. Steam is nasty, man. Steam is just nasty. Bunch of dark hackers. How to use Wind Hacker? I was actually thinking about making a video on Wind Hacker because he's somewhat interesting for a damage dealer right now. Only issue is enemy debuff scaling units on Wind. Chamomile, you already have one. It's not that interesting. If it was any other element, it would have maybe been interesting, but the Wind one is the least interesting of the bunch then. Because of a Chamomile already having it. You seems a bit offline today. I don't think so. I think it's still pretty active. Oh, that one is actually fast. Not sure what was pushed back in what order. That is too bad. Still have to do it though. Well, saved by Zaiross. And by Tiana. My Rune exclusion? I don't even remember exactly what's in it. I kind of just shared it because too many people were asking. But I wouldn't even really recommend people to copy it. I would recommend to copy it and then adjust it to the way that makes sense for you. Like, it's not even about being an X rank or something like that. Well, to be honest, the rune exclusion or the cell rune exclusion is shit in the first place. And the reason why I say that is because you don't see the rune at the +6 stage or anything like that. So no matter how you set it up, it's still kind of garbage. It's good to actually check more runes than sell as fast as possible in most cases. Yeah, this is that guy with a fast Yan Hong slow on the Rakan. It's nice to exclude blues. I agree. That part is really nice. But you could already do that before. But for me, I think I exclude 5 speeds and 4 speeds as well. Whereas a lot of 4 and 5 speeds for a lot of other people in specific runes could still be very nice. And for me, it's less interesting. Now you exclude the blue 5 so you can get an 18. Okay, fair, fair. It's actually pretty nice. I would recommend more people to do that, probably. Playtana back in the days. That's very much back in the days. I haven't heard that name in a bit of time. Potentially 22 grinds. Yeah, especially on a good slot 4, a good slot 6. That's also the thing. I would like to exclude more for slot 4s and slot 6, and I don't think you can do that yet. Okay, that is a little bit annoying. That is 2 little bits annoying. I think I'm increased. Yes, I am. Okay, what we're gonna do is this. And silence that one once again. Okay, we did not silence. We're dead. Is it a risky team to hit? I actually don't think so. Sure that the Zen outspeeds me, but he has to miss 2. Yeah, he actually has to miss twice on you to actually get to the point where you're not silenced. Oh, okay. Well, apparently that is not that hard. Apparently that is not that hard. Well, okay, then you just die to this one. It's also fine. Okay, kind of. Not additional turn. Thank you. Saw your SWC scrolls. Well, I kind of expected to get nothing from it, because in the end it's 0-4. Like 0-4 with 16 is like a 6% chance, so... The expectation to get nothing was there for me. Forgot why OMG Bomber even quit. I don't know, wasn't OMG Bomber the guy that at some point got so mad at his Okeanos that he fed a full deviled Okeanos and said, well, now we never have to look at that shit unit again. I think that was OMG Bomber. He enjoyed the game. He had passion for it. I think that was his most viewed clip. He disliked Arena? Ah. Math Plus hated Triton for some reason. Yeah, it was the same with Foxy. Foxy also quit playing because he couldn't Lucian due to Triton being buffed on the speed base. And I think Math Plus gamers also quit around the same time, yeah. Well, the Zaiross meta was not even that dominant when it was just released. Foxy was a pretty decent player, true. Mathless like gamer was as well. I think all of those guys, OMG Bomber was like high-end player as well. I think all of them were like G2, G3 players. Jubego's next. Well, Jubego said he was gonna quit after the 10th anniversary, so... I don't know. He could. Well, between the time that he made the video where he said that he's gonna quit... and now, he uploaded more videos daily than I did. Or, well, just in general, he uploaded more videos than I did. So that's... impressive. For someone that doesn't like the game anymore to upload more videos than someone that calls it his full-time job. There were a lot of lower effort videos, so it took him less time. That part is true. But yeah, he still did put a lot of effort in making videos. So I'm curious to see if he will actually leave or not. I actually doubt it. Jubego is lower rank. I'm not sure what rank he is. But I think he also never really pushed for super high rank in the first place. Someone's watching your full-time job? Yeah, pretty much. Well, not Summoners War, but the whole YouTube streaming and other things around it, shenanigans. We call it full-time job. Okay, I'm not getting hit much at the... Okay, that switch was incredibly good. Holy shit, I went from a list of 6 minutes to a list of 25 minutes. That's a little bit of a different pace in there. Holy jeebus. I guess what's the better team? Wait, I still have this one here. Still have enough time to hit multiple things. Let's see. What was the switch? I went for a Vanessa plus Light Pony. On the slots of the Samath and the slot of the Zhongsheng Lao. So I just went for full RNG nonsense. That's the name of the game. What time does EU rush end? There's something above my face that is called a timer. And that one kind of does the math for you. You can even call that math. Clock math. Your def is kinda double ring of foot. Depends how you're gonna outspeed it. Oh, that's epic damage. Jesus, this is the thickiest thing I've seen in my life. Yeah, he has pretty much best defense out there at the moment, plus best offense because he has Talisman. Yeah, it's a water series. At the Rigna kind of thingy. How many you have? 2 of them ruined? Well, even if you have 2 of them ruined, how are you gonna like properly outspeed my team though? Because there's a Triton on 33 lit, which is not the easiest thing to outspeed. Especially not if you go for some kind of Rigna team that kind of signals into a version with a Adriana. But getting an Adriana over a 33 Triton, that's something. There's Rigna, Water Series. Just the cleanups on the Camellas is sometimes a little bit slow. I even put low crit rates on both of y'all. Rank 2, we're gonna add another rank 2 to the pile. Probably already have the most amount of rank 2s from any player from any server. Well, I only have a few minutes left. Well, let's just hit this one, I guess. I legit only use pretty much one team. I did run up a few different teams, but in the end it's just this one or the Ongyong version. It does make it reruning a little bit easier. Interesting that you don't cut. Shit. I'm still surprised about this damage sometimes if you also just one-shot everything. Okay, we're gonna get rank 3. What, not being hit in the last 10 minutes? That's actually insane. Huh, not bad. Well, I think I'm just gonna sit out the time because I'm pretty far above G3 and otherwise I would waste another 30 crystals for... What is it, like 1 minute? Yeah, there's no point in wasting 30 crystals for that. Ooh, could be a juicer. Please be a juicer. Please be a juicer. Have a nice innate. Act innate 10. Okay, okay, I'll take no innate. I take no innate. 7. 7 into casual 31. Make my day. The fuck is even that? No one wants that. Why your max resistance Tiana gets stunned? Your max resistant Tiana is still 25% by Despair, in the case of Despair. Dyslexic 31. Wait, was that the 13? Could be a thing, could be a thing. But just kind of chilling. Last few... I have been getting top 10 pretty much for pretty long streak already right now. This is also funny where you can see the difference between a soft reset and hard reset. And we're tallying. Nice, nice. So yeah, in the end, this was the defense. This worked a lot better than the Zhongsheng Lao plus the Vanessa, apparently. Somewhat surprised about it. Well, to be honest, it kind of makes sense. You can clear this, but this would take a lot of time to clear. It is pretty annoying RNG. Did not use this version at all, use this version. Oh, I used these two. It's mainly these two plus these two, I guess. Yeah, and there's good odds that I'm not gonna be using these anymore. I might still go back to the Humble team. Like this team for the Humble, there were still a few defense out there that I could actually do. Also on Megami instead of Vanessa. Not sure if I really like it. I think I got like rank 3 or 4. I didn't hit in the last minute. Could have done, but was a waste of 30 crystals. So yeah, let's look at the runes. So we had typical triple fight over here. This thing was just random speed to 18. The Tiana was pretty high on damage actually, 1686 over there. It's not too bad. That's a crit damage max and crit damage first. And that's all for those. Want to do the Zaiross last. Oh yeah, I did use this math as like a damage math for a bit. It worked okay if you really need to speed contest, but a lot of those things... There's a lot of Tritons I can speed contest on a 24 Kabila, which is pretty nice in the first place. So we had that one going. And then, of course, the Zaiross. This was my Gucci-looking Zaiross. Lots of attack, good amount of speed. Still decent amount of accuracy, actually. So, yeah, this thing in the end worked out pretty well. I had crit damage max over here because oftentimes I was not using attack buff, so it's better to go for crit damage max. If you always go for an attack buff, I would go attack increasers. And this one was a combination of the Act 3 and then good lines on these two as well. Yeah, this Zaiross, the reason that this Zaiross looks as he looks, there is a 34 rune over there. There's a 33 rune over there. These things kind of help. And then this is a 23, could even upgrade this. Too bad that this is not the crit damage, because then I would have grinded it more. Now the crit rate doesn't even really matter. This thing is pretty solid overall. This thing is pretty solid overall. I could decide to remove the flat or the attack percent for flat attack. However, the HP was actually pretty tanky. Like I kind of liked it where he was tanking for a decent amount of time. And then this thing, this is still something that I'm working on upgrade, plus that speed I can upgrade. So I can upgrade 2 more speeds, and then I could upgrade this attack to a little bit higher as well. So yeah, that Zaiross did do a lot of work. It definitely did do a lot of work. People were asking, what do you do with all the Nefties? Well, you just have to get a different armor breaker. That's the main thing. So let's say you have a team like this, then I would definitely go for a truffle over here. Where are my truffle at? Can never find these units. So I would go for this kind of team. I wouldn't go for Jasmine. Normally I like Jasmine more, but since Zaiross already has the reset, I kind of like to go for truffle. If you don't have truffle, another option you could go for is, I think it might still be in here, is her. I did make a video on her. She has a guaranteed armor break on this. Only has issues landing on Camillas, but it is in general a pretty solid armor breaker in the first place. So she's really good for that. So you have these kind of teams. If you really want to speed contest, then you could still go for a Kabila, even though you have like... wait, where are the Kabila at? You could go for this kind of team, still. With the Kabila in there, and then let's say that therefore your Zaiross, well then you just bring the armor breaker in here, that is an option. So you could go for a lure in here, you could, but then you could make your Zaiross a lot slower, but you have to land on your lure, also the pushback, which is a little bit bad. So I would then once again go for just simply her. If you really want to force in a speed lead, then you kind of end up with a team like this, which isn't really the greatest out there. This team is, yeah, I tried it. I was not really too happy about it. What you could do, however, is pretty much one of the oldest teams in the book is this. This is also a pretty strong team out there as well. But then you're once again bound to the Tiana speed rather than a Kabila speed. So outspeeding 33 Tritons will be more difficult with that. So yeah, those are kind of the options you have. Against 33 Tritons, there's also a bunch of other options that you just have to build like a different team against. Let's say that you use like a Leo team and then you just get hit and then you just take over from a turn 2 if the team doesn't have too much in its kit. Or there's just a bunch of options that you could work around 33 Tritons. But outspeeding them is going to be difficult with the Zaiross unless you have a Nefties. What about Gemini? You could go for Gemini, but you're going to have a bad day on your inconsistencies. I use this team with a Trinity. Yeah, I would say that this team, if you have a Trinity, Trinity might actually be really good in here. If you use this kind of team with a Trinity, I think it might be a pretty solid team in the first place. Any other of the 33 leads that might be? Oliver, not really. You could build the damage Oliver. It's okay-ish into Björnjos and stuff, but it's gonna take a little while as well. It might actually work into Camillas though. It is not that bad. No, it's actually not that bad to put a damage Oliver in here. It might actually be more interesting. It's gonna take a little while, but it's... yeah, it could be nice. How fast is your Kabela? It's the same speed as my Escher. And now I don't tell my highest speed set because, well, that's just something like that. Eludia, yeah, could be an option, could be an option. But then you don't have a speed lead. So, yeah, those are kind of the options that you have with Zaiross. And in the end, Zaiross, incredibly good unit. I'm not entirely sure yet how much attack you actually have to aim for. But I just went for, I think most people would probably go for either a Swift set or a Fatal set. Rage, I wouldn't go Rage because you need that high attack. And even this, if you go without an attack buff, you're gonna get Kinkies and Samas, and we had a Perna. Those were all like too high on attack to actually land this stuff on. In the end, it was pretty nice. I lost one fight, solo Cammy, shit RNG, so Oliver, solid option. Yeah, that's true. That is actually true. Like, Oliver has zero problems with the Camilla, has probably zero problems with the Byuncho. So those are pretty nice things in general to work around with. So Oliver in this position could actually be pretty nice. Thanks for watching. If you would like to see more guides, join the Discord and check out the content tab for the guide video archive, which contains all of the guides that you might need. Hope to see you there.